All right, so about a month ago, just before Christmas happened, I had everybody react to a message in Discord and the Patreon channel to give away some books. And then holidays happened and got busy with work and all that. And then, as you can see, the book haul hasn't even happened yet. So it's happening now. And the two winners from the random wheel, I just spun it before filming, Jane and Chase. Congratulations. I will be sending you a book. Just let me know in Discord and or email, whatever works for you, what book you want. And it will be coming your way. Happy late Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, holiday gift. All right. Can you see me over here? So some of these are from Christmas time. Even my last book haul, when I said that I was ordering a bunch of Pratchett stuff in hardcover from Book Depository that I mentioned in that last haul, all that's here now. So of course I got the Witcher books too. So Sword of Destiny and Blood of Elves is hiding around here somewhere. Anyway, they all look like this. These ones, which I hate the Netflix thing, but I like the consistent Witcher logo cover of these, so I like them. So Sword of Destiny I'm actually reading through now as part of my January TBR. I'm almost done with that. It's pretty good. I'm excited to get past the short stories of Geralt and Dandelion and actually get to the main story of The Witcher, because I don't know too much about it other than it doesn't focus on Geralt. He's kind of a side character in a lot of ways, and it focuses a lot more on Ciri and other characters. So that's going to be pretty cool and exciting. Hopefully I enjoy that, because I have liked the short stories. Pretty much my entire Witcher catalog of knowledge is surrounded by Geralt, or surrounds Geralt, sorry, because Last Wish, Sword of Destiny are heavy Geralt side quest focused. Same with all the games. All the games focus on Geralt except for Thronebreaker, which is not, but pretty much everything revolves around him hunting monsters. So I want to see what else is going on in the universe of The Witcher. So I have both of those. I think the other one's probably in here somewhere. There it is, yeah. So like I said, there's Blood of Elves. They all have, I like the design of this, and I like this cover the most out of the ones that are available. I don't like the video game crossover covers. I hate the Netflix actor covers. And I don't really like the original paperback ones where it's just like a person on the cover. I really hate those now on Netflix stickers, but I'm gonna have to put up with it. So next up, let me get to these hardcovers, which again, as previously mentioned, Book Depository, I guess pretty regularly discounts these. So I got, which now I'm probably just gonna start collecting them in this edition. Normally these are like 25 bucks a piece. They're all like $12 to $15 for all of these Discworld books. So I've got Soul Music, Jingo, Feet of Clay, and Men at Arms. So I love the size of this kind of hardcover with the art right on the book. I don't really like dust jackets, so I appreciate these. And again, they still don't package them great. They do better than Amazon proper does, though, where they just send you a big-ass box and they just throw the book in it. At least Book Depository sends you basically individual book boxes, like slips almost. So that's cool. And I just like the hardcovers. They display nicely. They feel nice in your hand. They all have bookmarks built into them too. So these are super cool editions. I love them. They feel quality, and I like that. Way more than I like these HarperCollins published weird mass market mini books. I hate these. All right, so next up was actually a late Christmas gift from my brother. Thanks, Adam, because he was not at Christmas because he had COVID. But he sent me 2 Gaiman books, and I've never read Neil Gaiman, so I don't really know what to expect from either of these. But Norse mythology in this fantastic hardcover, which looks gorgeous, as well as American Gods. So I am looking forward to getting to some Gaiman at some point in the near future. Again, I don't really know what to expect from his writing, but I know a lot of people love him and his writing in the world of fantasy. Looking forward to those, and that book is just gorgeous. I think the only Gaiman book that I have other than that is Good Omens, and that's also with Pratchett, so I don't know. Next up, though, so I did go to Barnes & Noble. That's where most of the rest of these come from, because they were doing the hardcover, like 50% off in-store sale. So naturally, even though I'm not to this book yet, I do believe I have the other 2 in the Age of Madness already. Yeah, so I have a little hatred and Trouble with Feast. I went ahead and bought Wisdom of Crowds. And then my good friend Leanna sent it to me and was like, you doofus, I bought it for you for Christmas off your wish list. So here it is. Now I have 2 copies because I haven't been back to the bookstore to return the other one. Maybe I'll give it away. Maybe that'll be the next thing I do. But Wisdom of Crowds, of course, in the beautiful hardcover edition. Thank you again. I am going to continue First Law soon. I need to get through, I don't need to, but I want, you guys can't see what I'm pointing at. It's up here. My Abercrombie stuff is up there. I want to get to the standalones, so Best Served Cold will be the next one that I get to. Probably in the next month or 2, I'm going to get back into that world because I do want to get to Age of Madness because I hear nothing but fantastic things about it. If you're a fan of First Law, it's apparently the best of the best, so looking forward to that. I love his characters. I love his story, I guess you could say. There's not a lot of story. The First Law plot is definitely secondary to the characters as far as what's good about it, but I love the world that he creates. I love these gray, sort of bastard characters that Joe Abercrombie has given us, and I'm looking forward to more of it because it's so different than a lot of other fantasy that I read just because of, I mean, it's grimdark, so it's kind of its own thing, but it's just, I don't know, it's so well done. It's a nice character-focused story. Oh, which also, this was not a hardcover, but I picked up Sharp Ends because it was very cheap. Like it's normally like $17, and I think it was like $8 or something for whatever reason. So I believe these are just short stories, a short story collection. I don't know when or where they take place within like the timeline of First Law, but I will be reading that as well. And I'll just have all of the different sizes of Abercrombie books because I have hardcovers, trade paperbacks, whatever this size is. Who knows? And then, because, of course, I've already read this, so this was more for collection purposes, and I guess you can bring it to life with Google Lens and make it move around and stuff. The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski, of course, the collection of short stories for the Witcher novels. Yeah, so there's like a Google Lens thing. It's like an interactive thing, I guess. If you hold your camera up to it, it'll do stuff. I don't love the illustrations in this. It's not really my style. The entire thing is like, I guess they're all like black and white and red, which is, I don't know, interesting. But I like collecting special editions of books. I do like the slipcover on this. It looks nice. And I like The Last Wish a lot. And of course, if you take the dust jacket off, I call it slipcover constantly, but you do have this nice quote from Geralt. So I love the color scheme and the look of this book. And that's why I picked it up. If I ever reread The Last Wish, I'll do it in this edition. And next up, because I look at this book constantly, I love the art style of it. I've heard fantastic things about it. Brian Staveley's The Emperor's Blades. So this book, I'm assuming, is just more epic fantasy. That's what it looks like. That's what it seems like. And I know that a lot of people I respect and love on YouTube have given this rave reviews. So this is going to be another epic where I don't know exactly when I'm going to get into it, simply because there was a time when I was just buying book ones of all kinds of things, and I'm kind of switching to more of like, not strictly mood reading, but also I want to continue and finish things rather than just have 1 or 2 books under my belt in a million other series. So I don't know when I'm going to get to this. I have several books on my shelves where I don't know when I'm going to start it because who knows? Like I've got The Gutter Prayer, Northern Wrath, I've got Liza Locke Lamora, The Helm of Midnight, all kinds of shit that I need to get to that I don't know when I'm going to start. And I don't know when I'm going to start this. Now I'm just blocking the books. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I will read it probably in 2022. We'll see. Next up, I have by Brendan Bellecourt, Absinthe. I don't know anything about this book, but it looks fucking cool. The face behind the door really intrigued me, and it's fantastic. I believe this is actually more sci-fi. So you follow this kid, Liam, who grows up poor, working for a rich family, finds himself at Club Artemis, where people are drinking absinthe. So if you're unfamiliar with absinthe, it's something that most people aren't going to be drinking. I guess in this world, though, if you drink it, it apparently either kills or transforms you. It says, but in Liam, something different has taken place. A veil has lifted, and he can see the world without its illusion. and it isn't the perfect world the government wants the people to believe. So you've got some sort of dystopian sci-fi future where absinthe is actually used to do various things, and there's some sort of guise that the government has put in place to basically make everybody believe that the world is perfect and harmonious, and it's going to reveal a ton of shit that is going down. So that actually is really interesting. I don't know if it's good or not. We'll find out. Sounds cool. Next up is The Bone Shard Emperor by Andrea Stewart. So Andrea, I'm sorry, however you pronounce it. That is book 2 of the Drowning Empire series. I have wherever the first book is, somewhere down here. It's around here somewhere. I haven't read it yet. Bone Shard Daughter. I should really familiarize myself. Yeah, it's down there with where my books are. I don't know too much about the series. Of course, I like picking up these gorgeous cover books, but I just love fantasy, so I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm going to enjoy the book anyway, unless it's just a terrible book that everybody hates. Somebody's got to like it, right? But I mean, most of these that I don't really know too much about, I'm pretty sure I've heard at least several of like my personal friends enjoy it, so I don't feel like I'm going to get steered in the wrong direction with that kind of book. So that's another series to be started at some point in 2022 or 3, who knows. And then last but not least, and this has kind of turned into a joke online, I am very much in the camp of the author has turned me off from really ever reading his books. I've read part of the preview of this book, and I'm a little up and down on it. There's some cool things going on. There's a lot of cringe, I want to wear black and listen to death metal at age 14 going on in this. I'm, of course, talking about Jay Kristoff and Empire of the Vampire, but it was half off at Barnes & Noble, and it's normally like $30, $40, whatever it is. So it was like 15 bucks. I am going to buddy read this with my main man, Jimmy, of the Fantasy Network. Goddamn, this book is long. I've heard from several people now that, okay, so first off, I tried to read Nevernight a while back, and oof, that was rough. I don't think I'm ever going to. I hated it. And then I've gone on to learn more about it, and I hate it even more. And the guy kind of always just turned me off from reading his books, and his Goodreads review of this book is like the main reason I wasn't going to touch it, because it's like one of the worst things I've ever read in the form of a review. But I've seen more and more people, guys especially, have the same opinion and then end up reading and loving it. So I'm going to give it a shot. I tried with Jimmy my best to loop in Alan at the Library of Alexandria, and the preview chapters made him rant like I've never heard him rant before, since ranting about Zane from Mistborn. So I don't think he's on board, but I am going to figure out a time to read this with Jimmy, and we'll read it. We might hate it, and that might just turn into fun content if it's terrible, or I may love it, and then there you go. It'll be a good book that I read. But that's all the stuff that I've hauled. I have nothing on the way. I have no more books that I'm reading. What am I talking about? I am reading books. That's a lie. I have no more books on the way or planned purchases, anything like that at this moment in time. I should probably slow down a little bit and just get through some more books. Other than Kindle, because Kindle sales are my kryptonite. But that's everything that I bought recently or was gifted since mid-December, I'd say. And that Barnes & Noble sale was fantastic for my wallet as well. So that's everything. Congrats again, Jane and Chase. Let's sync up in Discord or whatever, and I'll get you the book that you want. And I was about to say happy holidays. It's like the middle of January. I'm tired. This video should just end.